Missy finna spit just simply wrong. Misdemeanor always make MCs feel small. Stick you on the table with a plastic cup. Say grace. Y'all just rookies. Now my competition, you skip or play hooky. Ain't nobody here that can tear the track up, and I ain't the rapper, so shut. Keep it simple every time I flow. If you step to me, y'all shall throw blows. Raise up, black guys break nose. I ain't about talking, I lay him down slow. If I show y'all know, misdemeanor got him by the neck, hit him low. Ice cold heart like 0 below. If you wanna battle me, the player say so. Let me tell you what I'm all about. About spitting hot rhymes on out. Yeah, Pharrell did the beat, oh yes. And the way he put it down and make it sound so fresh. I be the best, don't second guess. When it comes to other rappers, boy, get text. When I say I'm tight as white beaters, Missy about to teach you how to follow the leader. Hit the club in the Bluetooth seater, looking like I'm finna get out with my high heel pumps. Cause I know what guys want. Missy be the name and y'all should already know. Missy be the name and y'all should already know. Missy be the name. Missy be the name. Missy be the name.
Presented by Sprite, the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with the legendary Shaquille O'Neal. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors as they play against the Sacramento Kings at Sleep Train Arena. With the way the Kings have played recently, fans have had plenty to enjoy. They are putting together an impressive stretch of basketball, only one loss in their last 8 games. We'll see if that continues tonight. Let's turn our attention to Derek Favors, tough interior defender, drafted 3rd back in 2010 after a year at Georgia Tech.
Yeah, Ernie, 6'10", but with tremendous strength and a 7'4" wingspan. He can guard 4s and 5. He's not an elite shot blocker, but overall, he's a pretty good defender. He brings a lot of toughness inside. I'm interested to see how his game progresses.
two teams, two conferences. It's a road game for the Raptors in this one. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports fans. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. Taking a look at Sacramento. They put together game after game, winning. Five games in a row. Fantastic stretch.
Well, they're hot right now, guys. I mean, they've been on a big-time roll. And coming into this game, I would say this is probably the best basketball that they've played this year.
That's what their recent games would indicate, Steve. I mean, they've been basically invincible. It's really been a showcase of just how dominant this team can be when they're clicking on all cylinders.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Setting the floor for the Raptors. They've got Favors, also Terrence Rosa. Enes Kanter is out there with Lowry, and it's Stewart in at the shooting guard. Jeffries, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
Stewart passes to Lowry. Shot clock at 6. No good. And the Kings going the other way now. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
You know, their percentage from long range that game was off the charts. It seemed like every time the home crowd got going, they just took the wind out of their sails with another three-point barrage.
Yeah, those bombs were really falling.
Favors with the rebound.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
And he gets it to go.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. That's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
Strong move to the hoop. Nice power move. I like that one.
Butler against Lowry. Pass to Stewart. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. And that is good.
Could be the first of many mid-range jump shots we see from him today.
We'll go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Dwayne Casey. What's the news, Doris?
Not turning the ball over is important for any team, obviously. But he said it takes on extra meaning when going up against a team with so many small ball hawks, who will seize any opportunity to come up with a steal and turn it into easy points on the other end of the floor. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the report, Doris. Guys, what do you do to spread this defense out?
Well, I think you've got to come at them with a variety of offensive looks. Try to keep them guessing, keep their rotations a little bit off rhythm.
As usual, Steve, you're all over it. You've got to keep switching things up on them so they can't get settled into a defensive rhythm or groove. So give them something they don't expect.
Lowry with the ball. He picked up 12 points in their last one against New Orleans. There's the pass to Stewart. Outside Lowry. 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range, Sacramento grabs the miss. Jeffries got 3 rebounds now in this one. passes to Armstrong. All alone. That's good on the jump shot.
The shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Out to the wing. Lowry against Butler. And it's Kyle Lowry with the three. Lowry's got 7 points in the game. Well, it was Toronto winning their last game against New Orleans.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
Raptors trail by 5. Inside. Trying to find Ross and gets it to him. Pass to Stewart. Here's the screen. Misses the finger roll.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Fuller, the pass to Armstrong. Fuller, he's guarded by Ross. 6 to shoot. Pass to Armstrong. Not enough on that one as it misses. Toronto's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Lowry kicks to Ross. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
It's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Kings.
And they're doing a fantastic job of finding the open man and getting easy looks.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Fast break, Toronto. Here's Stewart. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Fantastic dunk, and he decided to hang around up there for a while, Kevin.
Well, maybe, he didn't want to land awkwardly. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it was a safety move.
Or maybe he just wanted to give the photographers a better angle for the shot.
Rain Man passes to Armstrong. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Armstrong's got 6.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
The drive by Lowry. Here's Favors. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You can hear the impact from where I am.
Raptors have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. No good on that one. He's off on the second. The Kings leading. Here's Rain Man. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. The Kings shooting their first free throw of the night.
Shooting just 1. 3-point play.
Raptors trail by 5. Stewart passes to Lowry. 5 on the clock. With the putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Boy, nice tip in to salvage the points from the missed shot and made it work.
It did, yeah. And those second chance points, Clark, they do add up.
Yes, sir.
They sure do. That's why boxing out is so important. Defensively, you can't just let a guy get to the rim and not put a body on him.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Butler goes in. That's good. Butler's got his first points of the game.
Well, the pick worked really well there. Nice job taking it right to the 10 for the layup.
Outside Lowry. To the middle. Here's Reeves. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist.
And the story of this game in the early stages is just how well they've been shooting the ball.
Steve, their percentage from the floor is really impressive up to this point.
Now here's Joseph, averaging 6 points per contest. That's good. Joseph's got his first basket of the night.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
Off the pick, and he comes off the screen and slams it through.
Well, that's a solidly executed pick play. I mean, it paid dividends with that nice dunk.
Exactly the result they were looking for.
Yeah, it worked so well. I mean, he got set and did not shuffle his feet. Really well done there offensively.
And the Raptors with the ball after the Kings pick up 2. Here's Favors, and that is good.
Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
Tell you what, both teams playing downhill. Who's going to blink first?
A nice pick right there to get him right to the rack.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark,
How about that basketball,
That's
man?
beautiful.
Wow. Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, now's when they need a little spark anyway.
Here's Reeves. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been training everything they've put up this month. Number 1, the Kings.
They've been playing so smart lately. Just the way they move the ball and they share it, they're always finding good looks.
And the first one at the line is good. Ben McLemore, he's checked in for the Kings. Black's checked in for Toronto. Erickson comes in for Kyle Lowry. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Here's Erickson. His last outing, he had 8 points. Ellis outside. Now here's McLemore. He's guarded by Ross. McLemore, no good. Stolen. Ellis kicks to McLemore. Toronto grabs the miss. Clark, this is the first they're seeing of Sacramento.
Yeah, and you look back to last year, these two teams were very evenly matched. They split the 2 games that they played.
Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw it.
Oh, man, that was just amazing.
Going back for a second to your comment, Steve, and the standoff these teams played to last year, it may have been an indicator of how closely matched the teams in the middle of both conferences were.
Well, we know these 2 teams were certainly closely matched.
He hits both from the stripe. 1:25 left here in the first quarter. Erickson against Ellis. And there's the feed to Joseph. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
This is how the Raptors stack up over the last 10 games. First in opponent field goal percentage. 6th in blocks. And they're in the top 10 in fewest turnovers per game. And they really do emphasize taking care of the ball.
And Clark, let's talk about that defense. I mean, number 1 in the league in field goal percentage. You talked about it. They're just smothered. They really get after you. They try to attack you. They close out. They rotate well, and they're constantly covering up for one another.
Here's Hines. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. He's got 8.
And he came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
Now here's Joseph. There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter. And the basket by Erickson.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
Hines, he's guarded by Ross, and they're moving it up. Offensive rebound, the pass to Erickson. Now here's Joseph. He's guarded closely. Here's Black, and that one goes long. The dish now to McLemore. No luck. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Kings lead by 6. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
Solid first quarter for this club. They came out strong, and they put together some nice momentum here.
Steve, I like the looks they've gotten on offense. A lot of good ones.
Raptors trail by 6. They've got Ellis, and it's O'Brien in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Cantor, the pass to Black, takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
These defenders are not putting up much of a fight on the interior. It's been embarrassing. That's 10 consecutive points allowed in the lane.
And that's not the kind of streak you want to have if you're playing defense. They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
Joseph with the ball, now guarded by Bledsoe. Stewart, that's good from 17 feet away.
And yeah, they're moving the ball now. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assisted buckets.
Steve, nothing makes a coach smile as much as pure, selfless teamwork.
Now here's Bledsoe. Passes it to O'Brien. Good ball movement here by the Kings. So both teams making some changes here. Raptors trail by 4. Joseph dishes to Lowry. They set the pick. Pass to Stewart. Back to Lowry. He kicks to Joseph. Now the pass to Stewart. Clock at 6. Feeds it to Cantor. His first shot coming late. Here's Black. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
Count the bucket.
That's just a case of two teammates working perfectly together. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
The Raptors have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Joseph. It's rebounded by O'Brien. O'Brien's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. There's a screen. Passes it to Fuller. Augment while recovering. To the wing right side. Second shot opportunity, and the shot is good. And the Kings lead by 6.
That finish brings me back to the old days, the silky smooth finger roll.
Here's Joseph. It's rebounded by O'Brien. O'Brien's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Fuller. Fades away, sinks the tough shot. And now an 8-point Sacramento lead.
You don't see the wide open fadeaway shot too often.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Pass to Black. Outside for Lowry. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Lowry's got 9 points.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Derek Favors checked in for the Raptors. And an interesting look here at the top assisting point guards this season. Setting up teammates, being a playmaker. One of the hallmarks of being a premier point guard in the NBA. Kyle Lowry third.
These are the best passers in the NBA, guys, no question about it. Every one of them is willing and able to be the floor general out there and make sure the offense is clicking.
And, Steve, you touched on it there. I mean, they're fantastic distributors, but it's not just their passing that makes them great. I mean, it's their leadership on the court. Even when the ball's not in their hands, their leadership is fantastic.
Fuller, the pass to Ellis. Here's O'Brien. The second chance effort. And the pass to Fuller. Ogman now recovering. Here's Ogman. And finally they hit one.
Well, it's obvious. The difference in this quarter has been their dominance on the offensive boards.
Yeah, I think you're right, Clark. A lot of second chance points, and they're not resting on their lead. They're really being aggressive and attacking the lane.
Now here's Joseph. He dishes it to Lowry. Over to the left wing. Inside to Favors. And now Ellis running the floor all by himself.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Here's Joseph. Sacramento making their last shot. Favors with the screen. And Joseph kicks to Favors. Dishes it to Lowry. Favors with the screen on Ellis. Just 5 to shoot. Lowry. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Lowry's got 4 this quarter.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
Passes it to Fuller. Shoots off the screen, and the Kings check on 2 more.
Starting to get a little momentum here after that scoreless first quarter.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Here's a look at some stats for Kyle Lowry. Some tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. He's averaging 15 points a game, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds. And with him, you get so much, but really having someone lead the way scoring-wise is probably his best attribute.
And you know, Steve, it's not easy to find consistent scoring, but he definitely feels that need for this team.
And Toronto has possession, trailing here by 8.
He has not been on his game, and you know, their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation.
Hines the pass to Jeffries. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The Raptors have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Ellis against Lowry. He feeds it to Favors. Back to Lowry. Beyond the arc. And he gets it to go. Lowry's got 14 points for the game.
You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Both teams will make substitutions.
Let's take a look at Kyle Lowry and some of his numbers. 3rd in assists, and he's in the top 10 in steals per game as well. So this is a guy who you have to be aware of when you've got the ball in your hands.
And, Steve, let's mention his top 3 assist ranking again. I mean, he is so motivated to get his teammates the ball in the best spot possible. I think that's what he gets the most joy out of. That's what drives him, setting up other people.
So it's Toronto now, after the Kings pick up 2. And here is Ross. 11 points for him in that last game against New Orleans. They retain possession. Kings leading now by 5. Here's Rayman. He's coming off a 19-point game against Chicago.
Yeah, Kevin, he really set up shop at that foul line. I mean, they could not do anything with him defensively, and so they had to keep fouling.
The Raptors have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Favors sets the pick for Lowry. Kicks it to Favors. For 3, Ross. Jeffries with the rebound. Sacramento's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Joseph dishes to Favors. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You take a look at the Kings. They've been in peak form as we watch them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And checking out Phoenix, right on their heels as they've got the next best record.
Well, I think for Sacramento, they're a team that came almost completely off the pace this season. Nobody saw them being in the position they're in.
And I'll tell you what, the longer we wait for the bottom to drop out, the more unlikely it gets. I think we've reached the stage where we can officially say they're for real.
Here's Joseph. Sacramento making their last shot. Pass to Ross. Patterson setting the pick for Ross. Patterson, the screen, off the pick. And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut down to 7 points thanks to the hoop from Ross.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper, and that was the key to that play.
Over to the left wing. Hines. He's guarded by Ross. They set the screen. Puts up a 3. The shot will not go. And Toronto will come the other way.
Well, it seems like they're getting a little fat and sassy here, complacent in the second quarter.
Fat and sassy. Come on, Clark. I mean, we're seeing their free throw attempts diminish, but I don't know about calling them fat and sassy. That seems kind of harsh.
Joseph, that's good.
They're having much more success here in the second after missing on a few chances that they had earlier. They've locked in and zoned in here now.
And here are the Kings now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Rain Man. And he banks in the layup. Rain Man's got 11 points.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
The feed to Joseph. Pass to Erickson. Whoops, they pick off the pass.
Question is, do they go 2 for 1 here?
Can they get a good shot in time? That's the question.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And the pass to Reeves. Here's Rain Man. Patterson defending. 6 on the shot clock. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. 6 seconds left to play in the first half. There's the triple. That's good. Rain Man's got the lead up to 9 now for Sacramento.
Well, he's clearly feeling it, Clark, coming off that fantastic game last time out.